If you are in your 20s and you are serious about your career, this video is going to change the way you communicate at work forever. Because here is the truth. The professionals who move fastest in their careers are not always the most experienced ones. They are not always the most qualified ones. They are the ones who know how to communicate at the highest level. And today I am giving you the complete business English vocabulary that will put you years ahead of everyone around you before you even turn 30. Most young professionals spend years learning how to do their job, but very few of them spend time learning how to talk about their job at a professional level. And that gap between what you know and how you communicate it is exactly what is holding most people back. By the end of this video, you are going to have a vocabulary that makes senior professionals sit up and take notice every single time you open your mouth. Let us get into it. The first category is strategic vocabulary. These are the words that make you sound like someone who thinks at a high level. The first word, prioritize. This means deciding what is most important and focusing on that first. Instead of saying, I have a lot to do, say this. I am prioritizing the most critical tasks to make sure we hit our key deadlines. That one sentence tells your manager you are organized, focused, and in control. The second word, objective. This means a specific goal or target that you are working towards. Instead of saying, what is the plan, say this. Could you help me understand the key objective here so I can align my approach accordingly? Now you sound like someone who thinks about purpose before they act. The third word, streamline. This means making a process simpler, faster, and more efficient. Instead of saying, let us make this easier, say this. I think we have an opportunity to streamline this process and save the team a significant amount of time. That is the language of someone who is always looking for better ways to work. The fourth word, scalable. This means something that can grow without losing quality or efficiency. Use it like this. We need to make sure the solution we put in place is scalable so it can support our growth over the next few years. This word alone makes you sound like you are thinking about the long term, not just the task in front of you. The second category is leadership vocabulary. These are the words that make people see you as someone who is ready to lead even before you have the title. The first word, accountability. This means taking full ownership of your responsibilities and your results. Instead of saying it was not my fault, say this. I take full accountability for this, and I am already working on a solution. That sentence alone separates leaders from everyone else in the room. The second word, delegate. This means assigning tasks to the right people so that work gets done efficiently. Use it like this. I am going to delegate this to someone who has the right skill set so we can get the best possible outcome. You are not just doing the work, you are managing it. The third word, empower. This means giving someone the confidence, tools, and authority to take ownership of something. Use it like this. My goal is to empower my team to make decisions independently so we can move faster as a unit. This is the language of a true leader. The fourth word, vision. This means a clear picture of where you want to go and how you plan to get there. Instead of saying, I have a plan, say this. I have a clear vision for how we can take this forward, and I would love to walk you through it. Now you are not just someone with an idea. You are someone with direction. The third category is communication vocabulary. These are the words that make every conversation you have at work more professional and more impactful. The first word, articulate. This means expressing your thoughts clearly and effectively. Use it like this. I want to make sure I articulate this clearly so there is no ambiguity about what we are trying to achieve. You are not just talking. You are communicating with intention. The second word, concise. This means saying exactly what needs to be said without unnecessary words. Use it like this. I will keep this concise so we can focus on what matters most. In a world where everyone is busy, being concise is one of the most respected skills you can have. The third word, transparent. This means being open and honest even when the news is not good. Use it like this. I want to be completely transparent with you about where we currently stand. Transparency builds trust faster than anything else in a professional relationship. The fourth word, constructive. This means feedback or input that is helpful and focused on improvement rather than criticism. Use it like this. I have some constructive feedback that I think will really help us strengthen this before we present it to the team. You are not criticizing, you are contributing. The fourth category is problem solving vocabulary. These are the words that show you are someone who finds solutions, not someone who creates more problems. The first word, mitigate. This means taking action to reduce the impact of a problem or risk. Instead of saying we need to stop this from getting worse, say this. We need to put measures in place immediately to mitigate the risk and protect the project timeline. That is the language of someone who thinks ahead. The second word, pivot. This means changing direction quickly when something is not working. Use it like this. Given the current situation, I think we need to pivot our approach, and here is what I would recommend instead. You are not giving up. You are adapting, and adaptable professionals are the most valuable ones in any organization. The third word, benchmark. This means a standard or reference point used to measure performance or progress. Use it like this. Before we move forward, let us set a clear benchmark so we can measure our progress and know exactly when we have hit our target. The fourth word, leverage. This means using what you already have to get the best possible outcome. Instead of saying, let us use what we have, say this. Let us leverage our existing resources and relationships to maximize the impact of this project. You are not just using things, you are strategically maximizing them. The fifth and final category is relationship vocabulary, because in business, it is not just about what you know, it is about how well you build and maintain professional relationships. The first word, collaborate. This means working together with others towards a shared goal. Instead of saying, let us work on this together, say this. I think if we collaborate on this, we will get a much stronger outcome than if we work on it individually. You are not just asking for help, you are proposing a partnership. The second word, stakeholder. This refers to anyone who has an interest in the outcome of a project or decision. Instead of saying the people involved, say this. Let us make sure all key stakeholders are aligned before we move forward. You are thinking about everyone who matters, not just the people in the room. The third word, rapport. This means a positive and trusting relationship built through good communication. Use it like this. I always make it a priority to build a strong rapport with my clients and colleagues because that trust is the foundation of everything we do together. People do not just work with professionals they respect, they work with professionals they trust. The fourth word, mutual. This means something that is shared or agreed upon by both parties. Use it like this. I want to make sure we find a solution that works for both of us and creates mutual benefit. You are not just thinking about yourself. You are thinking about the relationship. So, there you have it. 5 categories of business English vocabulary that will completely transform the way you communicate at work before you turn 30. Strategic vocabulary that shows you think at a high level. Leadership vocabulary that shows you are ready to lead. Communication vocabulary that makes every conversation more impactful. Problem-solving vocabulary that shows you are someone who finds solutions. And relationship vocabulary that builds the kind of professional connections that accelerate careers. Here is what I want you to do right now. Pick one word from each category, just 5 words, and make it your goal to use each one at least once this week, because vocabulary is not built overnight. It is built one conversation at a time. If this video gave you value, please make sure you like it, save it, and share it with someone in your network who needs to hear this. And subscribe to this channel because every single week I am giving you the business English that nobody else is teaching you. The professionals who invest in how they communicate are the ones who get to where they want to go faster than anyone else. And you just took the first step. I will see you in the next one.